A lot of memories here. Downtown. I love this city. My goodness.
What's the go-to spot on Broadway?
On Broadway, actually, I just visited 1230 Club a couple nights ago, and Jason Aldean's though. That's the spot. That's always the spot.
So, just how's the offense looking early on? What kind of different look, doing more 5-out stuff like that?
Yeah.
How's it looking so far?
A lot of space, man. A lot of space. We basically have 5 guards out there. Z is a hybrid type of player that is positionless, but with 5 guards out there, there's a lot of space. I think we're going to be very tough to guard. We've seen it with a couple teams that have had this style. They've had a lot of success in recent years, but the biggest thing for that unit specifically is going to be defensive rebound. We're going to have to, gang rebound. Everybody's going to have to hit their man. Whoever can go get it, just go get it. And then the beauty of it is whoever gets it can push it. With those 5 guys, it's pick your poison. Who's pushing it, who's spacing, what action we can get into right away. So it's going to be tough to guard, especially when we start clicking. It might not be beautiful right away, but it has a lot of potential.
And I guess when you are throwing out those lineups, you hit it a little bit, but how important is just getting out of transition, turning teams over and getting easy points and things like that?
Yeah, with the defense, when you talk about DeJounte and Herb kind of anchoring that defense up top, what can happen is they get a lot of steals, deflections, they can cause mayhem. That can help Z and BI get out in transition. Then you have CJ McCollum filling whatever gap for a catch and shoot 3. So defense is going to be, a priority for that unit specifically. It's going to have to be a team effort. Everybody's going to have to be locked in, have clean switches, clean box outs, trying to limit fouls. There's going to be mismatches here and there, but just having each other's back with that unit specifically, if they can get out and run, it's going to be pretty.
What's the experience of just playing with DeJounte a little bit this week been like, and seeing his game up close?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen his game for years now. I think he's going into year 7 or 8, so I've been watching him for years. Super dynamic, super skilled, but what he brings to this team is a level of competitiveness and kind of edge at that point guard position that's going to be huge for us. That's like a spear for a Warrior. So if he can get out there and lead us on that side of the floor, kind of run the show on offense as well. I mean, we're asking him to play his game. We're not asking him to do anything different. Obviously, he's going to have to fit into, playing with Z, playing with BI. That's different than what he's been accustomed to. But, outside of just doing that, just be himself, and he's going to be just fine.
And where are things with you right now? Just kind of having a year under your belt with these guys, just more comfort, just more familiarity with the coaching staff and all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a lot of guys competing right now for bench minutes. We're deep again. We were deep last year. We have a plethora of guards and wings ready to go at a moment's notice. So, honestly, for all of us coming off the bench, especially like me, Hawk, Jose, when Trey gets back, we've been here. So we know what we're asked to do when we get in there, and it's space the court for the playmakers, play defense, grab some rebounds, and help make their life easier. So, for me, I'm ready to go whenever, man. I know what my role is. I know how to fit in with star players, so that won't be an issue.
What did you focus on during the offseason? What are some of the things that you try to do to get ready?
I mean, honestly, I saw Trae Young say something the other day in his media day about how his offseason has been about staying healthy, doing the little things for his body to make sure that he's healthy all summer so he can get good work in the weight room, feel great going into the season, and be able to sustain that all year. That's what I focused on. Obviously, I had my elbow thing last year, which was kind of out of my control. I had to get a scope, and so I couldn't really help that. But doing the little things this summer, eating great, staying in shape, getting my workouts in, getting sleep, doing all the little things to make sure that I'm ready to go once the season starts. But at the same time, I was working my ass off. I was running, I was shooting, I swim, I run. I'm in the gym, I'm in the weight room. That's never a question. So I worked on everything. To answer your question, I worked on everything.
Swimming is a little part of it for you?
Oh, I love swimming. Yeah, you can ask J-Mac too. Right here, we go swimming at the Ochsner Health. We get in there, do our laps. I do 4 breaststroke, 4 free, and I just do that until I get tired. It's usually around 40 to 60 laps around there. And it's under an hour in the pool, but it's a hell of a workout, man. You feel great afterwards. I don't know if you guys do any swimming, but highly recommend it.
And I know Coach talked a lot last year about getting more three-pointers up. I know 40 was the number he brought up last year.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's an even bigger emphasis now with y'all playing these smaller lineups, getting a lot of three-pointers up?
Yeah, absolutely. That number was on the board first day of training camp. Let's get 43s up a game. I think it's very manageable for the lineups that we're going to have out there. We're going to have so much shooting, so much guard play and wing play that we'll be able to do that. Especially if we can get out in transition, which comes back to the defense. Can we get stops? Can we get out? Can we get easy threes? Can we limit the amount of threes that have to come late shot clock, off the dribble, contested? Can we get easy ones? Can Z create easy ones? Can BI? Can DeJounte? Can they create easy catch and shoots for CJ, for myself, for Hawk, for Trey? And then we'll hit 40. That number wasn't something we focused on at the beginning of last year. It was kind of something we focused on once we had lineups out there that played kind of to that strength. And then we saw the threes started rolling for us at a certain point last year. I think if we can focus on that early on, we'll kind of hit that stride offensively sooner.
And you see that focus specifically with BI a lot more during this training camp, just kind of decreasing the mid-ranges and increasing the three-pointers a little bit?
Listen, BI is going to do BI. I have honestly seen, just the limited amount of time that we've been playing, he's been getting more catch and shoot threes. I don't know if that has to do with the lineup we have out there. I don't know if that has to do with the mentality, but from what we've seen and from what I've seen, he's getting more catch and shoot threes. Every time he shoots a three, I'm yelling, shoot more threes. So, it's something that, he can do. He's a more than capable three-point shooter. But again, if we can get him some easy looks with DeJounte, with Z, that encourages him like, oh man, I'm open, I can line this thing up. It doesn't always have to be a difficult three. And I think that would help him get up more attempts a game. And we should see that.